Hello all. Today I would like to share with you another video that would be about me, and specifically it's kind of a follow-up video of the one I made previously called Why I Stopped Contact with My Mother. The reason I want to say things in this video that I'm going to say, it's because as I've mentioned, I'm still struggling a bit with how to be okay with what is still happening in my life. And the information that I will share with you might or might not be a bit unusual or might not sit well with at least some of you. So if this is not something you want to watch, you're welcome not to. But here is what I want to share. So for the last 3 years that I broke contact with my mother, I've been basically psychically and or energetically attacked, as well as my husband and my son. And if some of you have a European background and or Jewish European background, you might know what I'm talking about. And it was customary in our old traditions to send curses to people who we were considering bad wishers or evil and or enemies. And so this is kind of very old way of doing things. And so what my mom's been basically doing is cursing me, sending curses to me, and it causes a lot of problems in communications with others, circular arguments, things just being missed. So it wreaks havoc on relationships, and it also interferes with my trying to work and my health. Like any appointments I go to, I feel her energy creating problems, and she knows that I'm like that. And I also been struggling with sleep because I feel like she's waking me up on purpose just for a sport. It's just a non-ending barrage of, hatred, anger, rage. And as you know, I've mentioned that my mother possibly has narcissistic personality disorder. Of course, she was never diagnosed, but she definitely has a lot of signs and symptoms that would put her into that category. However, today I came across something in the book called Running on Empty, and I'll just read you a little bit from here. I happened to open it on that page, and it talks about sociopathic parent, and is basically describing how she was when I, was still in contact with her. And so it says, this will likely be the most surprising parent type that I will talk about in this book. Even if you're 100% certain that this category doesn't apply to you, I recommend that you read this section. Who comes to your mind when you hear the word sociopath? Hannibal Lecter, Tony Soprano, Mussolini. These are indeed iconic representations of the concept, but they're the most extreme, dramatic, and obvious versions of sociopathy. The kind of sociopath we are interested in is different. The sociopath quite possibly never breaks a law and has never been in jail, is far less obvious, but far more commonplace. This sociopath might be your neighbor, your brother, your mother, or your father. She or he can hide behind perfect manicure, excellent job, charity work, or the PTA. Most people would not ever think of this person as a sociopath. In fact, she may have a charisma that draws people to her. She may be admired and appear selfless and kind to many. But deep down, she's not like this. She's not like the rest of us. Sometimes no one can see that something is wrong except the people who are closest to her. Often her children can feel it, but that does not mean they understand it. There is one main feature that sets sociopaths apart from the rest of us. That one thing can be expressed in one word: conscience. Simply put, a sociopath feels no guilt. Because of this, he is freed up to do virtually anything without having to pay any internal price for it. A sociopath can say or do anything that she wants and not feel bad the next day or ever. Along with the lack of guilt comes profound lack of empathy. For the sociopath, other people's feelings are meaningless because she has no ability to feel them. In fact, sociopaths don't really feel anything the way the rest of us do. Their emotions operate under a very different system, which revolves around controlling others. If the sociopath succeeds in controlling you, he or she may actually feel some love for you. The flip side of this is that if he or she fails to control you, he or she will despise you. He uses underhanded means to get his way or her way. And if that doesn't work, he or she will bully you. If that fails, he'll retaliate by trying to hurt you. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. And if some of you might come across somebody like my parent, you would not be ever able to tell, because it was all done behind closed doors, so to speak. And I will actually talk about in the other video that I'm planning to make about me, the traumas that I have experienced. I'm not sure I'll do it in great detail or not, but that would be something that I might share with you later on. I will also make a video and share my autobio with you because I haven't done so already, and I apologize for that. So this is basically what I wanted to share, and I just reading this actually helped me quite a bit to deal with the fear and the hypervigilance and reactive anger that I've been experiencing. I'm also doing a lot of personal work, as I've mentioned, to process emotional dysregulatory kind of processes. It's not so much the past anymore. It's just in the present, this is still recurring and occurring and constantly being triggered is what I feel is happening and prevents me from fully healing, which of course someone who wants to control you doesn't ever want you to heal. They still want you to be controllable. And I'm not sure how much I will be able to achieve, but I feel like I'm on the right path and I'll keep doing what I'm doing. So this is basically what I would say at the end, and thank you for listening. I hope that was all right for you. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please don't hesitate to share them. Thank you and have a good evening.